Hey.
What is up, Cahir Club? Welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it, everybody? I hope everybody's weeks have gotten off to a wonderful, wonderful start. It is me. I am live today. You get to suffer with that, I guess. That was just my problem, is now yours. No, I don't know why. There are Crunchyroll drops. Apparently there are. When CahirLIVE is actually live, true and real. No, I'm CahirLIVE, not Cahir is here. Hello, Mango. Wait, who played the blurp sound? Normally it says. In fact, I think both SFA and Mango played it. But hello, Rob, how goes it also? I hope everybody's weeks have gotten off to good starts. It is Monday. It is Monday.
Hey.
Hello, Mango. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, that's the thing, is it didn't tell me the bit, who was doing the playing, and that's what confused me there. Because Blurp doesn't actually say. Oh wait, that's Jellu! That's Jellu saying that! Hello Jellu, how goes it? Hello Jellu. Also, sorry, I missed you there. Yeah, not bad. How's things on your end? Pretty solid, pretty solid. Huh? I didn't fully process that was you who said that, rather than SFA for some reason. In my head, that message was SFA core enough that I dubbed his name over yours. Whoops. So that's my formal apology, because mistaking you for SFA, that's quite the sin in general. It would be bad enough if it wasn't SFA. Do you have some intro outro music button for that? Yeah, it's called the play button on the media player. I know, like, a proper streamer is meant to have, like, all of their sounds coming through different orifices. Different modules. But, I just got it all through desktop. It's not the best setup, I'll be honest. Wait, you're just manually playing it through that? Yeah, more or less. That's why there's always the gap when I go to a different screen between the music shutting off and the next music starting. Because I have to pause it and then start the next track. And then start the track, you know? So, like, I have to open up a Brave I'm currently using for music because, of ad block. I'm using Firefox for the, actual stream screens because I can't be asked to log into Brave. Log into Twitch and YouTube on Brave. I use Brave for the music because of all the YouTube adblock shit that was going on a few weeks ago, and Brave browser has just genuinely been a better job than that. Firefox now has this ugly bar on the left with like bookmarks, history, tabs from other devices, and then the AI chatbot. So I might end up moving off of Firefox sooner rather than later. But I feel like if I were to put anything on Brave at the moment, I should probably put Cahir's here. Because Firefox's thing is it doesn't use up as much stuff. Computer. I don't think Brave does much. Computer might lag. I'm opening Task Manager. No, that opened really smoothly, actually. That's crazy. Okay, so Firefox is actually operating more than Brave, which is interesting. Where is Brave? Not even on there, even though it's playing music. Well, it is on there. It's going to be on there somewhere. Okay, Firefox is, again, further down. You know, I should probably be sorting this in terms of CPU usage, because I don't think that's what's being sorted by at this point. Yeah, okay, so why does Brave Browser have a 12 next to it? There are not 12 tabs open on Brave right now. There are multiple different Firefox tabs, and they're all using more than Brave. Anyway, I'm going to stop technologicalizing, and I'm instead going to do the shiny hunt I said I was going to do. Because that seems like a smarter idea, really, doesn't it? You know? That, in the grand scheme of things, Gamba, not today. We do Gambas when we get to the end of the 1000. That's the dub, isn't it? That's the dub. And then I think I'll do Gamba on the Genshin streams when I'm, like, doing polls and stuff. Where it'll be like, will Cahir get will Cahir get the 5-star? You know? That would be the kind of Gamba we do there. Are we going to catch the shiny? Read the title. I wonder. But I want all of SFA points again. Don't worry, you'll get the chance. He'll do a stupid bet at some point, and you'll get them all. Will Cahir thingy get on the thing trademarked? No chronicle weapon. How many pulls can you get on Genshin Weekly Max? I saved that to last because it's gonna take that. That's not a single word reply. Because the answer is I don't know. So commissions. Commissions are daily, so you could do 7 of those. I believe those give about 60? A commission's 60 or a commission's more? I think commissions are about 60 primos in total. So that's baseline 60 a day. But that's like at minimum, right? 60 a day considering... So it'd be just over 3 days a wish. Okay, 3 days a wish. So I must have been right on 60, because 60 times 3 is 180, and that's how many Primo Gems you need for a pull. But... no, so yeah, not 60 pulls a day. Primo Gems, it's 180 Primo Gems to a pull. The pulls are in the form of fates. But, right, 60 for daily story quests. 160? Oh, I'm wrong. What do you mean daily story quest? Am I missing something? 208 for daily exploration. Oh? You don't do a daily story quest? What's a daily story quest? Can I get filled in? Oh. Do you do 1 character story quest a day? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Anyway, back to Jelly's point. The issue is Genshin runs events, right? So, an event will last for a week or so. And that will give you, like, a good handful of pulls. And, like, I'd reset over the fucking title screen. A new event gives 80 a day, I think. But that's if you do them on the day... Like, if you do an event on the day it launches, you generally have to wait a few days for the next part of the event to come out. Is how the events work. Additionally, if you spend £5 a month, you can get an extra 90 Primo Gems a day. For, like, the whole month. Which would bump that up a bit. But that's like, are you going to spend money on that or not? It's generally one of the most effective ways of gathering Primos in Genshin in general. Like... There are a lot of things to consider. There's also just a lot of exploration you can do in Genshin. Just think, if you want to get like the 100 pulls for some banner for the pity, would you then be able to during its run? If you're on an account like Rob's, no. Because Rob has like everything on 100% exploration and has done all the story quests, all the content in the game. He's got like very little content left to do. But if you look at like an account like SFA's, I'm pretty sure, I don't think he's completed too much. I think he's still trucking through it. Or mine, to be honest. There will be, like, in-world stuff that you can do for Primo Gems. Whether that is side quests or opening chests. There will generally be, like, a lot of opportunity for you to gather Primos. I think you definitely have to hucker down and grind it out. But, I'd say it's very much possible to get the 100 wishes needed for a banner. Now, if you started off on the day of a new update, and wanted the character currently in rotation, I'd say you're almost guaranteed to get that character. Maybe not guaranteed to get that character, but you have a very strong chance of getting that character, because, like, the whole game is fresh for you to explore. Which means, like, doing anything will get you Primo Gems. Additionally, if you are looking at a banner on the second half of an update, so updates are generally split into two halves banner-wise, where they'll run 2 banners in one half and then 2 banners in the second half. This update's a bit different, because they've got another event thing going on, which is a 3rd banner on the second half. But basically, during the second half, they do the preview live stream for the next version, which they'll then give you about 300 Primo Gems, like, in codes that you can redeem. Which would be another couple of wishes. 100 wishes a patch is definitely doable if you've got exploration to do. Exactly. So yeah, I'd say, like, the 100 pulls in, like, a patch is a doable amount. But generally you'd want to be saving from before, because you definitely have to hucker down and grind that out. Which is what I'm doing right now, because Shenhe is potentially rerunning next version, and no other news has surfaced on terms of the banner. That's pretty annoying. Gacha games. To be fair, Genshin exploration is fun. Like, I very much, like, enjoy Genshin's world and exploration and its quests. So, like, I tend to be quite invested in, like, the explorative stuff, you know. I think you can get an average of 80 wishes in a patch in content, and 20 more wishes exhausting about 1 region. Which is a lot, but there's like 70 in Sumeru. 70 wishes? In all of Sumeru, is that what you mean? Okay, I see. Sorry, cat on the windowsill. No, 70 regions. Okay. You've only played the pretty free-to-play ones? Oh yeah, which ones have you played? I'm interested. Which gambas does Jello interact with? The only gachas I've done are for like any period of time. I think I picked up another couple around, but just never really stuck with them. But I think it's literally just Genshin and Fire Emblem Heroes. Limbus Company basically hands you the characters for free, so no worries on that. Huh. I think I've heard that name before, but I always just assumed it was people talking about Lethal Company. Gacha strategy video game for Microsoft Windows and mobile devices. Pretty sure it's topped the Steam sales a few times. Huh. Only for some events, though. Oh, I see. They're all in like suits. Are they? That kind of dub. I see. So, Chainsaw Man vibes. That's the words I'm looking for. Oh yeah, new chapter tomorrow. To estimate, most regions 100% is from 3k to 4k primos, with another 1 to 2k in quests. Yeah, okay. That is logic I can understand. But yeah, no, I need to hunker down, I think. How much time do you have in Genshin to basically 100% everything? I think there are multiple hundreds of hours of content in the game at the moment, I'd say. If you're reading the dialogue, you don't want to know. So much Wednesday talk for a Monday. Look, Jalu's talking about Genshin. And if I could bring Jalu to Cahir's Here streams, trying to indoctrinate Jalu into the Genshin cult. No, yeah, it's multiple hundreds of hours, I'd say. Quests take a while if you're actually reading through what they're saying, and there's like a lot of big quests in the game. Every 5-star character has an hour or two. Yeah, every 5-star character has an hour or two of quest that they get released with, basically, these days, so you can get to know them a bit better. And then the Archon quest, I'd say, is like proper JRPG length. I'd say it's like a proper JRPG length of a narrative. I'd say especially as they get into the latter parts of the quest. Like latter halves of later updates, the Archon quests I'd say are maybe even up to like 10 hours each for the region. I remember there was one infamous stream, good friend of mine, Dorsethan1 did, where she was doing a part of the quest, and it was like a 3-hour stream because you couldn't really leave that part of the story because it was all like interconnected. And there are multiple other moments like that, I'd say. Summer's coming up and I'll be bored, so I might have to restart. I mean, if you do, you have a great streamer you know you can watch for the best information. But I don't know, like, it's a game with a lot of content. People slate it for the gacha elements, and I get that. People slate it for, like, the power creepy elements of its characters, and I get that. But, like, there is so much free content you can do in Genshin that it is insane. Like, the only thing that is arguably paywalled by, power creep are the Abyss, which kind of isn't. Like, you can get through the Abyss with 4-star characters, but you'll probably need to look up a guide. But, like, that means you can still get the Primo gems out of it. And, like, some events, you can get all the Primos really easily, even if you're, like, a lower level account. Like, if you want, like, the highest tier rewards, you'll either need to have spent tens of hours getting characters ready, or have got, like, a lot of characters at C6. With still solid builds. But, like, how do I put this? That's, like, a fraction of the game's content, and the only Primos I'd say are really locked away in that case are, like, the Abyss ones. And then again, if you look up a guide, you can easily get those. Is the story quest easy to pass without strong characters? I think I was on the Zhongli Land quest long ago. Yeah, no, easy. The actual, actual Archon quest stuff, like, even the parts where you might need a strong character, they generally give you a strong character for it. Like, I'd say you do not need good characters for the main quest of the game. If I were to restart, I'd have a fun 3 seconds of ping. USFA. But yeah, no, I'd say, like, it's only really endgame content you need particularly built characters for. The rest of it you can cruise by. IMO. Which, again, I think is, like, the nice thing about it, is, like, there is a lot of content there that just... And I think that's why I... Like, it's a mixed bag, right? Because on one hand, the gacha monetization model is inherently predatory. Right? Like, gacha as a monetization model is straight up a way to maximize profit. You spent at least 25 real-life days in the game. Honestly, I don't doubt I'm much off that. Honestly, I feel like I can't be too long off that. Is there a way to get all the characters free? Because all the games I play have that, and I've got bad experience with the gambling. Ah, I see. Not really, no. I think there are backdoor, less legit ways of doing it, but I don't really know any of them, nor have I been interested in looking into them. I have like a month of gameplay in Osu. Your hours are calculated by time and maps. AFKing doesn't count. And only passed in maps. Huh. Whack. That is a lot. Most generous games I've tried have like a currency you could save up to buy any character you wanted eventually. I see. Yeah, no, Genshin's only real similar trait to that is you can buy a lot of the, like, beginning of the game 4 stars. Oh, I'm on top chat. But hello, Brugger, how goes it? I hope your week has been going well. Yeah, no, 5 stars, like, technically you can save up the currency to buy them in the sense of you can save up Primo Gems, and if you have 180 wishes, you can guarantee a character. Hard pity's at 90. You generally get a character by 80. But if you lose the 50-50, then you'll need to build all that pity up again. Because there's a 50% chance you'll get the wrong character. Brugger, could you give out a prediction in case, since Felix is missing? What if it happens now? SFA might. Is it weird to have 200 gigabytes of Osu maps? That's a lot. It just reminded me that I'm like desperately running out of PC space. I've almost got a terabyte on my D drive. I'm really trying to figure out what specific... It's probably the games folder, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, okay, I've got GTA 5 still installed. Oh, Genshin's on my D drive. I didn't know that. That's crazy. I've got Fallout New Vegas installed. And City Skyline. Okay, I think I might uninstall a couple of things after stream, maybe, you know. GTA 5 before GTA 6? Whoa! Genshin is like 25% of that. Yeah, Genshin is a very big game. I will give you that. How much is one Osu map? How much is one Osu map? That is a good question. How many Osu map? How many Osu map? Around 20 kilobytes. And you have 200 gigabytes of them? Do you have every song ever made? Addiction. What is it called? It's not RTS. RSI. It's not repetitive strain injury, it's the other one. You have 3 copies of some songs, and every map set has like 4 maps. Okay, I see. Did Cahir's stream crash, or is my internet weird? Where's... It's generally part of this. Well, it says it's fine. Yeah, okay, this might be an SFA problem. Alright. Thanks for reminding me to have my, like, proper stuff up. Anyway, now the Genshin conversation is closing, I just want to quickly do a plug. There's going to be a big announcement on Wednesday. There's going to be an exciting announcement on Wednesday. I'm going to announce on Wednesday something exciting that's happening on Saturday, is how I put it. So the Wednesday there's nothing happening on Wednesday, but on Saturday oh Guts, hello! How goes it? I hope you've been well. I hope you've been well. back on the infinite hunt today. Hints. What's, trying to think of a hint that doesn't entirely give it away. Because you asked for a hint, not for me to just straight up say what's going on. I think that I put a hint in the other chat. I put a hint in the other chat. Just enough to think of something, but not to ruin the surprise, you know. Yeah, that's fair. Doom? Yeah, it's Doom. I'm soft launching the end of the world. That's right. I'm soft the end of the world. You got me. Save file is erased due to corruption or damage. You'll have to see it. Right, you're one of the 4? No. No, I'm the 5th one, actually. Oh, gross. What do you mean, gross? Smelly? I feel like that falls into pestilence a bit too much, doesn't it? Anyway, I like that Jellu is the one who's like, I don't want to be spoiled on it. Instead of, like, SFA, who tunes into the Genshin streams. Now that I say that, now that I finished that sentence, it sounds like it's a slight. It's not. I just found it amusing. Surprises are fun, obviously. That is true, actually. That is very true. I guess a better thing to say would have been, it's something that the Cahir is Here fans have been waiting for a long time for. They have been nagging me about it for almost a month at this point, I think. And I think that'll maybe clear it up for most people. What did you do? I don't think you did SFA, actually. I don't think you did. I don't think you're in the group that has a Guts. I do think you know exactly what it is, because I'm guessing you're at least a little in the loop on the final piece of the puzzle that has readied me to go full steam ahead. You aren't paying attention. Pestilence would be a 5th one, as the 4 are Conquest, War, Famine, and Death. Yeah, but Pestilence and Conquest are kind of like interchangeable. You know everything? Yeah, exactly. Is this some Chainsaw Man reference now? I'm impressed you know enough about Chainsaw Man to say that, but the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse weren't invented by Tatsuki Fujimoto. He didn't make those guys up. They were already a thing. You've read it? Oh! I'm sorry, Jello. I did not know. I did not know your game. I did not recognize your game. SFA Guts is not my emote provider. No, I wouldn't say that. I considered making a Cinder reference, but I won't do that. I banned Cahir from getting from ever getting emotes. The emotala, exactly. Cheating? Huh? Wait, did Cinder cheat as well? That was not the reference I was gonna make, to be clear. I was more making the bit where she actively, like, got her model artist to stop making a model for another VTuber who she was supposedly friends with because she wanted, like, exclusivity on that model artist. On that Live 2D model artist. You need some help and support. You just did a big oopsie. What's your big oopsie, Mango? Depending on what it is, I might help. In other words, a bad friend. But it, like, absolutely insane behavior. Like, personally, if a good friend of mine was like, hey, Cahir, I've commissioned your model artist to make me a VTuber model, I'd be hyped as hell. We're gonna be model siblings? That's exciting, you know? I'd be really excited about that. Fuck do you mean? Anyway, that is weeks-old drama at this point. And everybody knows, if drama's over a week old on the internet, it's old news. It is old news, you know? If it's... I went to toss out my chapstick on my desk and it fell down behind it. No! Now it's gonna be all hair, are we? Oh, you, no, not toss out your chapstick. You're gonna toss your chapstick on your desk. Dramas go obsolete after their first... Exactly. So what's the news? The news is that the latest drama is that Mango's chapstick is now behind his desk. Nothing wrong with hairs on your lips. Gonna be honest, I was gonna echo that sentiment. Just lick the hairs off. Just lick the hairs off. 5-second rule, when you think about it. There won't be hairs on it. I did put the cap on it. Oh, okay. Then what's the problem? In fact, I know what the problem is. You're right, Mango. I'd be pretty grumpy as well. You should take the cap off and throw it back behind there. You should indeed take the cap off. Pretty unrelated, but is the 5-second rule real? No. I don't think... Like, I'm guessing if you leave something on the floor for longer, it does have the chance to gather more bacteria. But, like, if you drop, like, something on the floor, right? It's landing on the germs. If there's, like, any hairs or dirt or grime on the floor, the moment it landed on them, it had already picked them up. Germs can't count. Germs can't count. But, if you don't give a shit, then it doesn't matter. I give a shit. I'm not, like, a germaphobe. I don't watch his streams much, but I think he is pretty funny. But, like, if I drop something on the floor, it's like, ugh. It's like, ugh. Ugh. You know? Like, it gives me the ick. Germs inventing the 5-second rule. Germs. What? Pardon? I will sometimes still eat a thing that fell on the floor, depending on how dry the item is. No, that's fair, right? Like, if you dropped a scoop of ice cream on the floor, and you just picked it back up and put it back on the cone, full judgment from me. That's disgusting. However, if you drops, like, I don't know, like a chocolate bar on the floor, I'd be less judgmental. Insert the sleeping on money meme. Yeah? SFA makes a great point. Does he? I'm not sure what point he's making. What if you've, like, cleaned really, really well beforehand? Then I think that you can be a bit kinder to yourself, you know? Like, if the floor is clean, then it's more chill, because the floor's clean. The germs are obviously making great profit from the freight rule. That is a good point, actually. That is a good point. It's like gravity. We all want to fly and hate Sir Isaac, but we still made gravity. I'm starting to think, Jellu, that you've kind of intuited logic and sense out of a thing SFA said, which might have been your first mistake. A Skittle. The issue is, like, a Skittle would fall into the club where if someone ate it off the floor, I wouldn't judge them. But personally, I would just leave it. I'd pick it up and throw it into the bin. But I wouldn't eat a singular Skittle isn't such a big deal that dropping it on the floor fills me with anything but apathy, you know? Well, okay, I'd probably actually go, no. But, like, what if the Skittle got wet? Then, yeah, I'd judge them for eating it. Then yeah, no, I would indeed judge someone for eating a wet Skittle. Oh, there we go. So we clean the food before we eat it. Yeah, no, like, that too. But I feel like there's, like, a line there. Like, again, a scoop of ice cream. A Skittle is a Skittle and they taste good. Yeah, but what if it fell into dog poo? Then what, huh? Five-second rule be fucked. I'm eating that Skittle. Okay, SFA, what's the limit here? Does it have to be a Skittle you dropped, or would you see a Skittle on the floor and eat it? Why are you eating Skittles around dog poop? Because I'm eating outside on a lovely walk on a summer's day. Have you considered that? What if I'm on a lovely stroll through the forest? Not much else to do in the UK. Yeah, no, actually, that's a good point. You know, Mango's right there. Not much else to do in the UK. That was pretty unfair, but I have my limits too. You go outside, you don't? Then again, I guess you live in Texas. I think if you stepped outside, you'd be, like, singed off the earth. Like an ant under a 6-year-old's magnifying glass. It's mean to take other people's stuff without asking. That's a good point, SFA. You should not eat other people's Skittles off the floor. Sugar-coated shell softened by the rain's embrace, rainbow fades away. Sugar-coated shell. Softened by the rain's embrace, rainbow fades away! Haiku? Rob wrote a haiku about dropping a Skittle on the floor! I get what? You know what? Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Can't slate that. Can't slate that at all. I cannot... Did someone ask him to write that haiku, or did he just do it? My haiku of the day. Do you write a haiku every day? That's just what Rob did. That's just what Rob do. Write a haiku. Man is a genius, he is. We're all poets, I guess. Wouldn't go that far. Can that become a tradition? He makes it sound like it already might be. However... "30 minutes haiku pin." Rob's haiku is now pinned on Twitch chat. I just think that's important. Rob, if you ever write a haiku again, I will pin it. You deserve the pin. Yeah, you should tattoo that haiku. Okay, tattoo that haiku kind of rhymes. Respect that. However, I don't think my first tattoo is going to be a haiku of dropping a Skittle on the floor on a rainy day. I don't even like Skittles. I don't even like Skittles. Like, how can you like Skittles? Taste and opinion's a real thing. Just don't, innit? Don't fit the vibe. Not even enough to support a friend's artistic endeavors. I would retweet that. I would go to an art show where he read that out on a stage. I would show it to someone I used to know in secondary. I wouldn't do that one, actually. That's also too far. I do not have enough social willpower to do that. But tattooing it on my own body, that one specifically, at some point in the future, he might write a haiku that resonates with my heart. And then maybe I would tattoo it on my body. But the haiku about dropping a Skittle on a rainy day? I don't have any tattoos, so I'm not sure I'd tattoo anything, to be honest, so no blame here. Okay. I'm only losing friendship points with Guts for this one. the Sims little minus mark thing from this conversation has only appeared on Guts' head so far. You're also Inkless. Okay, I thought you were gonna say you're also judging me, and I was like, shit, maybe it is. Maybe you know, like, it's about the peer pressure, you know? If enough people started giving me backlash, I think I maybe would back down on my stance. But that hasn't happened yet. We should play Splatoon. What a non sequitur. We should. I am ambivalent to the topic about a haiku tattoo. Haiku tattoo could go hard, right? Because it's a nice short thing that you could, like, put somewhere, right? Like, on your inner thigh. I don't know why that's where my mind went to. On the bottom of your foot. If your forehead was big enough, you could tattoo a haiku on it. I really can't stop hearing haiku and I hate it. Poetry isn't real. No poetry. Only volleyball yaoi. Right. It's a bit of a funny one, but maybe not that funny for a first one. Can I also judge Cahir? Oh no. Okay, that's one more person. Cahir haiku tit tattoo. So now I kind of want to pin that message instead. So now, to be honest, I kind of want to pin Cahir haiku tit tattoo instead. What's the dono goal for the tattoo? £1 million! Just because he's 2D doesn't mean he's flat. I mean, my man titties aren't that big, I'll be honest. Not in this form. Cahir is his, he's got honkers. I love that I can make my mouth produce words. If anyone here becomes a millionaire, I assume they'll donate to the cause. Hopefully, that's the hope. That's the hope, isn't it? I have £12 and 32 pence. Do not give me your final £12 and 32 pence. Can we go down to 1 doubloon? You better start saving. You better start saving. My head feels like it's getting acupunctured. Is that a good or a bad thing? I'm going to go with the latter, Brugger. I hope your head is alright. Are you good? I don't think that's a good thing to hear. It ain't good. Oh no. We gotta have a lie down. I find that, believe it or not, turning yourself off and on again, that does actually sound a bit sus now that I say it out loud. You know? That does maybe sound a little sus now that I have in fact vocalized it, which does worry me a little bit, you know? But yeah. Sorry, if stream is going to be lewd, I have to go. Oh no. Quick backpedal. No, I don't have that. Oh, my model can't do that. Vocaloid cut in a Bakamori, huh? Where did that come from? How have we leapt to that? Oh, my bad. I thought acupuncture was supposed to help. That is true. Acupuncture is generally a good thing, I think. Don't quote me on that. Not an acupuncturist. But in Pokemon, it boosts a stat. I think it boosts a random stat by 2 stages. Which is a pretty useful trait. Has anybody here been acupunctured before? Rob has the vibes of someone who might be. Cahir is big acupuncture? No, so I understand where you're coming from with that, but acupuncture is actually done with little needles, not big ones. Kavokalos Kavokaloid Kainabakamori Kalag Train. Kajet Lag Train. The game? Will you say that? Has Rob been acupunctured? Wait. That's wild. How'd I guess that? I think the weirdest thing I've done? Question mark. I'm trying to figure out how to put it into words. I had a chocolate massage once where I got coated in chocolate and then massaged. I was like 13. I haven't put the big needle thing in Korea. I haven't put the big needle thing in. In Korea, there's one technique where they stick it straight through your neck. Oh. What the fuck? It's pretty nice. Except the fact that, especially when I was younger, I'm not anymore. I was really ticklish. Not anymore. Do not try and tickle me. So, like, that makes me a really bad client for a massage. Especially when they got to the feet. Because I could not cope with that. I could not cope with that. Like, they were massaging my feet. This sounds like it's some perverted, sick fetish thing. But I promise you it's not. This is a funny story. They were massaging my feet, and I was giggling so much that one of the other people at the massage place came into the room, and they were both laughing at how much I was laughing. I don't know if being coated in chocolate and massage is a fetish thing, though. I was 13. Me and my dad were on holiday in Turkey, and he was like, Hey, small Cahir, do you want to go for a chocolate massage? And my 13-year-old brain was like, I think I would. Feels more like some weird spa experience than a fetish. Okay, thank you, Jelly. I'm glad that someone isn't calling it a fetish. I'd rather not have needles in me. Done the cupping thing, though. The cupping thing? The Kylie Jenner lip challenge? Sorry, just the image of Rob doing the Kylie Jenner lip challenge. What's with all these treating methods with no actual benefits? It's kind of like how back in ancient times they used to crack a hole in your skull to release the evil spirits from your brain. Except you can't really do that anymore, so they just do random shit otherwise. Say it's medicine, and yeah. Hello, Tobin. How goes it? I hope your week has gotten off to a good start. I'm doing the uncatchable shiny hunt day, where I'm hunting for this Minccino, which can be shiny. However, we are 11,000 encounters, 11,500 encounters in. I think that would need a different kind of cup. Maybe. You wish to have a lobotomy, yeah? Interesting. I wonder if lobotomies... No, I think everyone's too smart to get a lobotomy, right? I feel like someone would get a lobotomy. One day. They get a cup, put a flame to it, and suck all the air out, and stick it on your body somewhere. and it's supposed to help blood flow. Huh. Did it? Rob, where did they put the cup? Rob. Rob. Guys, I bet he wanted to get better blood flow. Better blood flow to his calves. Your back? I see, okay. And possibly for a bit. As in you would? Does that mean that you get a lobotomy or that you understand? I think Guts is agreeing with the sentiment of getting a lobotomy. Sometimes I think about that one tweet that was like, I can't remember the exact wording anymore, so I'm not sure I'm going to bring it up. I'm not sure I'm going to bring it up because I don't want to butcher a point that might actually be a good one. You're looking for a shiny Rookidee because you need a Pokemon that isn't weak to ground. Understandable. Best of luck with your Rookidee hunting. Rookidee. Corviknight. Rookidee's got a nice shiny. Corviknight's got an interesting shiny. Like, it's an interesting beige. I wonder if they could have done better if it was a little more like bronze. But yeah, it's fucked up that people, like, I guess it's fucked up like what a lot of people used to think was genuine, like, medical practice. Like, being a doctor in, like, the 1500s must have been easy as shit. Because you're just operating off of vibes at that point, right? Yes, I shall stick a leech on you to get rid of the evil blood from your body. Sure, why fucking not? And what are they going to do, question you? You're the doctor. You know what you're doing. Yes, I think that, your eyeball is evil. I'm going to get rid of it. And sometimes the bullshit they did worked, but most of the time it was just because they'd stumbled across the correct answer by using the wrong method. Like, it's crazy that we found penicillin. Your breathing is wrong. Oh, the doctors say that sometimes, okay. I got worried then for a second at this accusation that you were leveraging at me. I thought you were just saying that. But, oh. My Twitch chat's fucking up. That's crazy. They had to still be good enough at medicine to suggest using the mercury to cure cancer. Well, it depends on when we're talking about on the timeline, because I feel like they probably didn't know about cancer for a long while. Like, I think for a solid time in human history, people just died for, like, seemingly no reason and no one really knew why. So the doctors just kind of guessed at it. Like, they used to think, like, diseases were caused by miasma. There are also tadpole that spawns, so that might trip you up a bit. I mean, a shiny belly bolt looks very nice as well. Would not slay a shiny belly bolt. Although you'd have to keep a strong eye out for that tadpole, because they do not have a bright shiny. Anyway, Cells GP by it is cancer. Huh? Cahir can't breathe? No, I can. Sometimes. I breathe a regular amount, actually, I'll have you know. Have you counted? Yeah, 5. Are you breathing right now? I mean, like, not right now, but, like, yes, in the sense of in the long term I'm currently breathing. You know? I'll probably breathe next when I, like, go for my toilet break. Okay, /unbit. I'm now breathing manually. So I feel like... I just want to make sure that you will have to suffer in that kind of way as well. Additionally, to you all breathing manually, you've all lost the game. Cells go bye-bye, it is cancer. Yes, and I don't think they used to know what cells were. That was mean. Maybe a bit, I will be honest. But, you win? No. No, that's not how it works, buddy. The one thing I never really got right is on those posts, they were like, oh, you're now breathing manually, you're now blinking manually, you see your nose in your vision, you can feel your tongue is resting wrong in your mouth, and, like, I never got that one. I never got the tongue is resting wrong in your mouth one, right? Because, like, it just doesn't. It just rests it, like, I've never really consciously thought about my tongue in that way, to where, like, it would matter, you know? Where's there a correct way to let my tongue be on my mouth? Exactly! Like, what do you... Like, they say that as if it's supposed to, like, annoy me, like, the way breathing manually does. But it doesn't. It doesn't do that at all. I just look at it with a frown. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? My tongue is in my mouth. That's where it's meant to be. Dorsal Fin 1, hello, how goes it? I hope that your week has been going well. I hope you had a good day at work. Miss employed citizen. I told you about that game, you remember. You do. You haven't gotten a single shiny since the fungus? I mean, that's fair enough. Shinies don't always flow, sometimes it takes a bit to get the next one. I have been at this singular hunt for 11,000 encounters. So, earlier today I saw a hunt. I saw someone phase for a shiny cast form in Pokemon Black and White 2, where they got an Emolga instead of a cast form, and the number on their screen was 48,000, and they were saying, oh, I thought I was going to get to 50k. Oop. At least you aren't actually doing it to get something, just for fun. Yeah, no, that's true. Deployed? Odd way of saying it. I keep on seeing memes these days where, like, it's about how You're indeed out. You're on the clock right now? Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I watch Cahir live on company time. Am I right? Am I right? Dude. I remember at my last job. It was retail. It was hell. It was hell. Model employee. If you improved that just now, that was great. Improv that just now. It was great. It was great, but I doubt it. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. So I shit on company time, or something like that, is a phrase that has existed for a while. Just squeaking on in. But yeah, no. My last retail job, just before we hit the... Just like... In fact, you know what? No, yeah, no. My shit cycle was always lined up. So that... But just before the shop floor opened, I would go for like a solid 15-20 minute dump. Which basically meant I got 2 breaks during the day. I didn't even use my phone, because I don't use my phone on the toilet. I do not get people who use their phone on the toilet. Glad you're comfortable talking about your shit cycle with your stream. Yeah, no, I am. This is the type of stuff companies lose billions from. Boo womp! That's how strong my shit is! It costs companies billions of pounds! That's a fucking grandula. My dookie is. Those toilets were genuinely so arse in that store, by the way. They were never open. Ever. I remember once, like, male and female toilets were closed. So the disabled toilet had a staff-only piece of paper on it, taped on its front. This lady came up to me, like, while I was at the back by the toilets, and she was like, so I need to go to the toilet. Where are they? And I was like, well, they're closed at the moment. And she's like, I can see it right there. Can't you let me? And I was like, what do you fucking want me to do? I didn't say that exactly, but like... Cops make $1, I make a crime. I kill people on company crime. Can you dox where you worked? No. If you promise not to tell anyone, I can DM it to you. So my understanding of outbreaks is if you don't kill more than 60 Pokemon, the outbreak won't disperse. Exactly, and then you'll be on the maximum odds. Okay, who am I gonna tell? The entirety of my chat. I'll type it to you, and then you'll copy the message and paste it straight into Twitch chat. Or me, pick me! I'll tell you as well, Rob. Honestly, it'll mean more to you than it will to Guts. Did you just say kill? Maybe. All 4 of us on YouTube. Oh no. Can SFA dox Rob? Rob will have to answer the question for that one. You know, I'm not gonna take his Can I get on this? On knowing where I... I'm gonna open this up actually. I'm gonna... No, I'm not. No, that's not the right one. It's this one. It's this one. Tell no one. Rob, can SFA dox you? Guys, you have a secret. Oh, but it's been half an hour since Rob's IQ. That's crazy. Can you? You hit him with the fucking teacher. I don't know, SFA. Can you dox me? What does the doc say? And just like all the rest, it disappears. That's kind of deep, actually. But not a haiku. F-. Which Final Evo starter do you like the most in Gen 9? I think I'm going to have to go with Quaquable. Quaxley was my favourite. I was a bit worried that Quaxwell was going to, No, don't dox the Cahir. I don't want to get hit in the crossfire. Yeah, no, Quaxley was my favourite. I got worried about Quaxwell, where it was going to go when it evolved into Quaxwell. I was genuinely so ready to fucking bench it when it evolved into Quaxwell. But then Quaquable went hard. I like Quaquable. You've done your day. Do you actually do a daily haiku? Is that true that you do a daily haiku? I hope so, because that's I love that. You doxed Rob real good. Shit, you did. No, you didn't. Can Rob not have hobbies? I'm not criticizing him for it. I love that he does a daily haiku. Skeledirge is one of the only fire starters that don't stand on two legs. I mean, most starters do these days, honestly. Hell, most starters always did. Blastoise, Charizard, Feraligatr, Typhlosion, Blaziken, Sceptile, Empoleon, Infernape, Emboar, Chestnut, Delphox, Greninja, Decidueye, Incineroar, Cinderace, Inteleon, and Rillaboom. Then Meowscarada, Skeledirge, and Quaquable. It's not about standing on two legs for you, it's the designs. Oh, do you not like the Gen 9 starters? You posted in the Discord, I've sanctioned a small part of the earth that contains Rob. Yeah, you doxed him with that. I like that it's maybe a 100 by 100 pixel image. They're fine, just too many of these humans' designs, you know. So the Skeledirge stands out especially to you. Oh, I see. No, that's fair, that's fair. I can't entirely slate that. I wonder how overblown the issue is, because we did used to have guys like Blaziken, right? Blaziken and Infernape. But I wouldn't mind some more animalistic designs in the starters. I would be pretty on board with that. I mean, the abundance of them is just insane, so maybe some variety. No, that's fair, that's fair. I guess we'll never know. Oh. Bro isn't going to respond. Starter that stands on no legs at all. The pitch you sent was an actively maintained Paimon barrier around Rob's world. It was not SFA. I hate to say it, that's untrue. Rob is Mr. Worldwide, and people don't seem to understand this. You made it your goal to pick the Firestarter in all the games you own and all that you will own. That's fair. I can't slate that. I don't know. I just always pick the one I like the design of best, which was Quaxley in Gen 9. I don't know. I can respect commitment to a type. I just prefer to. Because, like, what if I don't like the Firestarter? You know, what if I don't? What if you don't like that type? That type, that generation. Then again, I guess by nature of how Pokemon works, you probably will by the end of the game. Aren't you also in the UK? So did you also not dox yourself? That's a really good point, SFA. That is a really, really good point. Yes. Also, Rob, if you want to do anything about SFA doxing you, I'd recommend tagging Kite. Just atting him. You know, just atting him. Atting Ancient Kite 1. Just to... Isn't Kite also getting doxed? And he is, that's a really good point. Wizard Money Gang Kite, exactly. He is part of the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Xanax the Unwise. That's him. All four of them are roommates and have bunk beds. Wait, that's an adorable little image. They stay up late at night playing card games with tarot cards. You like picking them once, or are you committing yourself to Firestarters forever? That's a good point. You're also their roommate? Wait, I'm part of the Shadow Wizard Money Gang? Oh, I see. You're not talking about the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. You're talking about us because we're all British. You're suggesting that me, SFA, Rob, and Kite all live in the same room. That would be where you're wrong then, Guts. It's not bunk beds, and that's where I got confused. It's one singular bed. Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. It's one singular bed. And not like Willy Wonka. Rob's feet are too smelly to punish anyone with having to have their head by his feet. So we're all just up on the same side of the bed. You're doing some testing. Could one of you at Mango in Twitch? Yeah, I wouldn't subject anyone to that. Exactly. I'm glad you're self-aware enough. Yes, here. I see. Is someone gonna do it? You're scared you don't wanna? Rob has tagged Mango. It has done nothing on my screen. It has done nothing at all. That's so exciting. Bummer, dude. That's a bummer. Boo. Alright. I don't like American Cahir. He scares me. What's wrong, Guts? What's wrong? You don't like my American drawl? I could be one of them there British voice actors who does a American accent in all his roles. Yeehaw! Oh. I found a setting on one of your plugins that plays a little sound if you get tagged, but if you mute the tab, it doesn't work. Let it very quiet. I see, so you're hoping so you can get pinged if you ever get pinged in a stream that you're in. Team Sky, wondering why both bird starters end up being flying types? You know, that Game Freak wants variety in their starters. I mean, you say that, but we have three firefighting types, 2 fire ghosts. Do we only have 1 flying type starter at the moment? Yeah, if you get pinged in when you're lurking. That makes sense, that makes sense. There's also cultural appropriation. Yeah? I just zoned out. Estimates the British try to take everything. I feel like if we tried to take American accents, that would be like the one thing no one would complain about, except Americans. It belongs in a museum, yeah, Guts, sir, sorry. We're taking your accent and we're putting it in a museum. You're not going to have an accent anymore. You're just going to have to speak normally now. Sorry. It's how it is. I don't make the rules. The king said so. Hey, Cahir, what's it like having to put on the accent for a whole stream? It's quite hard, given how scouse I normally am. But my advice is, given what you are. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? You said given how I am. Scouse? Scouse. Yeah, I said scouse. It's okay, King. Be your true self. You're right, I should. Good eye, mate. What's up, Cahir Club? Welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. I hope everybody has had a wonderful, wonderful morning. Alright, Mango. Scouse isn't actually Australian. It's when you're from the north of England. The British people don't talk like that. No, I'm doing an Australian accent right now, mate. Not a very good one! But it becomes pretty clear if you're doing an Australian accent or not when you raise the intonation of the word at the end of every sentence. Australians are just British Texans. Okay, I'm gonna tell the Australians you said that. You can't get any shiny sandwich because you wasted your only spicy herb mystica on a type you didn't want. And you don't have any sweet herb mystica. No! You don't know your stereotypical accents. Do them all, I guess. Me? Waito is just an American. Yeah, what is an American? Quite self-explanatory. American from America. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. I guess that does give a bit of logic, doesn't it? All right. It's funny because my friend's running a short D&D campaign, and fucking everybody put on American accents for their characters and decided to... Okay, no. One of them's doing, like, a proper Scottish, I think? Yeah, no, a Scottish accent. Everyone else doing American, except me, who's doing another, like, very northern British accent. Someone says they want to go to Australia. Don't believe them unless they want to get bitten by a radioactive spider and get cancer. I wonder if Australians get like bored of the Australian wildlife bad jokes. Because, like, at least, like, Britain has multiple jokes, right? Like, Australia has, like, 1.5. I know, like, 2 Aussies? My godmother is British, but she moved to Australia. Some of my cousins first removed, twice removed, I don't know how it works, but are actually Australian, now that I think about it. They don't have time to get tired of these jokes, they also have to be on guard from dangerous creatures. Okay. Fan had to type that out real quick, just to ensure she could, like, have back into, like, a spreadsheet or email before her, like, boss sees her. I'm imagining she's in a cubicle job, to be clear. In my head, she's in, like, one of those cubicle jobs. Alright. Like, Australia would be an interesting place to live. But I've heard the Wi-Fi shit there. Did you know that all these lost or water ostriches the bird? Wasn't it emus? I don't think emus are ostriches. I think emus and ostriches, I think they're similar vibes, but they're different creatures. It was emus. I was going to say, I also was thinking, wasn't it emus? But yeah, goodbye, Baruka. I hope you have a great rest of your day. But yeah, no, it was an emu war, not an ostrich war. They probably could have won against the ostriches. They probably couldn't have, but you know. No, finished presenting a presentation with you in a tiny corner of their screen. Both rat types. No. No, I don't think so. World War Emu. Honestly, I would rather a global war on emus than World War III. And I know it was emus, not ostriches. I've always thought it'd be cool to like have an try an ostrich egg. Cause like ostrich eggs are like as big as your head, right? Like they're large. Egg, exactly. It's an ostrich egg. So I think that'd be quite interesting. Are they much different anyway? My biology grades aren't great. They're like similarly shaped. What's the difference between ostrich and emu? Emus have a more extended lower profile and 3 toes on each foot, while ostriches have a taller, more upright profile with only 2 toes on each foot. Yeah, no, there's like definitely a difference when you look at them like side by side, you know. Like, So let me just squish this. Boom. Ostrich, emu. See? Like they're like they're similar vibes, right? Like they're pretty similar vibe wise, but like they're like yeah that. But you can tell the difference between them, you know, like. Yeah. Only the best content here on the CahirLIVE live streams. Your biology grades aren't great? Yeah, no, I don't remember mine being awesome. I think biology was my worst. Yeah, no, it was. Alright. Oh yeah, emu eggs are like a bluish green, that's exciting actually. Maybe I want an emu egg instead. Because a bluish green egg, that's exciting. That's a pretty exciting egg. When the Aussie military force, no one calls that, I just thought it'd be funny, tried to shoot them, they'd run at supersonic speeds. I feel like that's supersonic? You can just dye your eggs, you know? Yeah, but that's not, like, the same vibes. Exaggerate. Exaggerated. Emphasis on the egg. Uh-oh. The beast has appeared. Bro has no whimsy. I have plenty of whimsy. I just want to have an actually blue egg. If I wanted to prank someone, trick someone into believing that they were eating an ostrich egg, then maybe. But like, just dyeing an egg blue isn't the same. And that's how you spell it. No, but... What are you doing, cat, huh? Headbutting my hand real hard, that's what she's doing. Big egg energy, exactly. God says hello, Missy. Niall almost walked past my hand. Oh wait, no, she is avoiding my hand for some reason. Come on. Don't you want to headbutt my hand? Mango called you a word I shan't repeat. Missy? So... keep that in mind when you hunt him for sport later. Cause Stinky... Miss Stinky she is. She smells a lot. Don't you, Missy? Hmm? Missy, do you need a bath? You would rip me to shreds if I tried to put you in a bath, wouldn't you, huh? You would tear my arms off, huh? Wouldn't you? Missy bath stream when? So, if you... Like, if you bleed on stream, you can get banned. So never. Never, in fact. Then don't. Right. I forgot. I could just not bleed. So, like, if tomorrow a guy with a sword came along and cut off your arm, you would just decide to not bleed. You would just kind of look at the wound and be like, nah, I'm not gonna bleed. Bleeding out? Nah. Like, is that the implication? No, I could never. I think you should speak to scientists. I'm not really sure where it would lead. But, like, you might get some money out of it. You know? Just say, how am I supposed to... Wait, let me check. I got this. Just say raised hand and it stops. Professor Juniper hasn't sent out her Minccino yet. Professor Juniper had yet to even send out the Pokemon at that point, and I reset over her. Safe word? Safe word? Oh, I'm looking forward. Looking forward to Saturday. Imagine if you could choose if you bleed or not, and you could shoot your blood at people you don't like those lizards that shoot their blood at predators' eyes. I mean, like, You can shoot blood at whoever you want, but the blood is filtered, so it's piss. And generally, if you piss on someone, you get in trouble. So... yeah. Are you speaking from experience or common sense? Next question. Since when is blood and pee the same thing? So, you know you have kidneys. Off top, there's a side in the wall for him. No, like the organ in your body. You have, I think, one of them. Because I got some of my lads to steal the other one from you. Because I was running low on cash. But you only need one. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but recently I heard that apparently they don't remove dysfunctional kidneys. So if you get a kidney transplant, you just have 3 kidneys. It also never really crossed my mind that the kidneys produce the pee. Is that bad? Clearly not, because that's how doctors do it. Clearly that's fine. But it kind of makes me want to, like, lose control of as many kidneys as possible, so I have, like, 10. Because that would be exciting, I think. That would be a great icebreaker. Anytime someone's like, hey, what's one fun fact about you? I have 10 kidneys. 8 of them aren't my own. Be better to be like, 7 of them aren't my own. Because then what about the third one? But, yeah, like, the kidneys themselves make the pee. They just pee it into your bladder, so you can pee it out later. Which, I don't know why that felt off to me as, like, a concept. Like, of course the kidneys make the pee. They're the literal thing in your body to filter the blood. Anyone fact-checking this guy thinks online? No, I think I heard it from, like, Hank Green or someone. Pierced on the balls? Fuck! You foiled my lies! No! If getting a kidney transplant gives you 3, it makes you better, then surely sticking up on the kidneys just makes you better. Well, no, because you needed the 3rd kidney because 2 were dysfunctional. Like, the only reason you needed the 3rd kidney was because 2 of them didn't work properly. If you can convince them you've got 2 dysfunctional kidneys, but you actually have 2 functional kidneys, then yes, sure. There are little bugs that are flamethrowers. I'm going to need a name for that. Yeah, so more kidneys makes you really better. I guess in the sense you'd have fail-safes. But you would be on medication for the rest of your life. Like, that fucks me up, right? Because low-key, on heartburn medication, right? Because I have horrible heartburn, right? Aren't we all? I guess technically, yeah, no, yeah. But, like, if you get an organ transplant, you need to take medication for the rest of your life to suppress your immune system, or your immune system will start attacking the new organ. There will never be a point in your life where your immune system would accept that new organ, it would always attack it. And if you let your immune system attack the new organ, that means you're going to have to just get a brand fucking new one. You will have ruined the old one. So that scares me, because what if one day my kidney fails? What if one day I have heart issues and need a heart transplant? Because, holy fucking shit, right? Like, I forget to take my heartburn medication pretty often. Like, and I just don't even know when I forgot to take it, right? Like, I look at the heartburn thing and I'm like, there are 7 pills in this pack. There are 7 pills in this pack. It used to be that I opened a new pack every Tuesday, and now I open a new pack every Saturday. I've missed a shitload of heartburn tablets. Right? So if I had to take medication or my immune system will attack one of my organs, I'd be fucked. There is no way in hell I'd be able to keep that up consistently. I'd need, like, an alarm. Yeah, your church hates you now. Oh, because it attacks your organs. Fuck. 727 when, Cahir? Can I send full WYSI? Next rat stream, all in on rat appearing after 11,727. Give Missy some treats as you do it, she won't forget. Like, actually, low-key, not a horrible idea. However, I'd have to be careful on the treats I give Missy, because she has kidney problems, which means she is on special food. So I guess it would be fitting. No, it wouldn't. It would not be fitting if I had kidney problems. Do not give me kidney problems. Oh, Missy ill. She has been for years. Take meds during cat feeding time? It's not really any time we feed her. We just feed her when, like, the bowl's empty. Because she's not, like, a gluttonous... She's not a gluttonous beast. In fact, she's the opposite. She's actively the opposite. If there's crumbs in her bowl, she won't eat it. If there's not enough food in her bowl, she won't eat it, is what I mean. And then she often, like... Missy leaves no crumbs? No, she does. I hate to say it. She does. She ate? Yeah, but she didn't eat it all. She didn't eat it all. She left a significant portion in the bowl. I can sell them the needs of the people I murdered. Just go to the hospital with those, you know? They'll appreciate it. She puss the boots house down mama. She puss the boots down house mama. Yeah? Say it with a bit more pizzazz. Yahoo!
She puts the boots house down, mama.
Was that enough pizzazz for you? She puts on my boots till I'm down? I think I've got enough pizzazz myself. Don't need any more pizzazz at all. I've got the perfect amount of pizzazz. Right? Spell it. Okay, no, it's 2 Z's. There we go. New end the pizzazz. She down till I'm puss on my boots. I need you guys to incorporate this vocab into your everyday life. We'll see it. We'll see. Answer the poll. The poll has no answers yet. You're just gonna leave the pizzazz poll up there? With nothing? Gonna ignore the pizzazz poll? They'll make a haiku tomorrow. What about push down the boots? Oh, it got answers. However, it's split. The votes are split. Rob, you gotta vote. I'm assuming it's Rob who hasn't voted yet. And SFA. Neither of them have voted. Okay, wait, it's split. Next time someone does a W, tell your friend Slay Mama Queen. No, she died a few years back, Guts. Looks like you have a little pizzazz. Yes! Yes! And they say a white boy can't have a little pizzazz. Look at me go! Look at me go! Don't use dead parent jokes on me. I was talking about the Queen, Guts. I was talking about the Queen. Oops. Didn't realize there was a poll going on, was eating shortbread. You know what, Rob? You know what? Slay Mama Queen. I still don't get the slay thing. Like, isn't slaying like killing? I think that's like the vibe, innit? Like, your looks... Like... Your looks are so good that you're killing. You're slaying... You're, like... Your looks are slaying. Yeah, your looks kill... Yeah. You look so great that everyone around you is dying from how good you look in it. So you're slaying. Your skeleton is maxed out in speed. He's faster than most things, even though he's so slow. When you have him out to walk next to you, it's fine. You don't always run around, you know. You get tired out quickly. Yeah, pretty sure Buffy had a hand in that, yeah? Buffy was the first Slay Mama Queen. I don't know exactly what I'm nodding to, but I'm gonna nod along anyway. Slaughter. Real and true. Real and true. Slaughter your queen. Again, she died a few years back, didn't she? Slaughter your king. Well, actually, I don't want to get put on a watch list for saying that, so I'm going to backtrack on that one. This must be the lingo that is similar to the aura farming thing. I cannot fucking... I'm trying to figure out where the hell you learned about aura farming, Rob. I'm going to be honest. I'm still trying to... Yeah, no, okay, so... While TikTok slang is generally... stolen African-American vernacular English. I think aura farming isn't. So it kind of falls more into the firm TikTok slang point. Guts is using gay slang from 2014 to 16. Unless I'm misunderstanding, actually, because I know a lot of gay slang is also stolen African-American vernacular English, from what I understand. Which is, yeah, no, I... Like, it clicked in my head as I said it. As I said it, I was like, wait a minute. Bot! You guys can't see the bot, but there is a bot in chat right now. How exciting. I'm pretty sure everything I picked up is from you guys, though. That is fair. I could imagine someone said aura farming around you at some point, and you picked that up. I just didn't expect you to say aura farming in the middle of the Baldur's Gate sesh. Rob, you should tell people you're always down to goon. Rob, you shouldn't tell people that. Is it possible for the Minccino shiny to appear in the intro? Or are we just going to be talking for who knows how long? No, it does. It does. It is real. It has happened. Not to me, but it's an actual thing. Basically, normally it's shiny locked. These are the only games in which it's not shiny locked. In every other generation, I'm guessing because the models are specifically loaded in as a part of the cutscene, they're shiny locks. But in this game specifically, I'm guessing that this is a real Minccino that's being generated right now, like the same way they generate any wild Pokemon. So I'm guessing it probably has stats and IVs and shit as well. But that means it can be shiny. Aura farming doesn't even feel like brain rot, because it perfectly explains what it is. That is true. I do know this one. Robert, means you're having a chill day. You guys definitely have done the hooking on stream before. The gooning? Only Cahir. I've never gooned on stream, I want to be clear. I don't goon. I don't goon. I'm not a gooner. I just got beamed back to my childhood. A very close family friend's mother always used to call us goons.
Yahoo! Ka Goober.
That's real. Goober? Goober, yes. Goober, yes and true. Gus was talking about it, I'm pretty sure. This is defamation, I'm gonna sue you. Oh no. You were digging yourself deeper right now. No, I'm not a gooner! Shut up! I've never gooned in my life. I would not sin like that. I wouldn't sin like that.
Yahoo! Ka Gooners in chat rise up.
Yeah, just so I can ban you for sinning. So I can ban you for going against Tony the Tiger's wishes. Because everybody knows Tony the Tiger hates masturbation. You once called a Zigzagoon that. Gooner. And furries. No, furries are fine. Imagine just turning whatever device is released on it. It was a DS and playing Black and White and the Minccino shiny. So, in Black and White 2, Bianca, one of the rivals from this game, gives you your starters. And on the first route in the game, she shows you how to capture a Pokemon. To capture that Pokemon, she sends out a Lillipup. It's a Purloin that appears in the wild, and she sends out a Lillipup to capture the Purloin. And one of my first playthroughs of Pokemon White 2, that Lillipup was a shiny. I think up until that point, my only other random shiny from Gens 1 to 4, maybe even in general at that point, actually, because I was still pretty young, so I don't think Sun and Moon had even come out at that point. In fact, yeah, no, so I think my only other random shiny I'd found at that point was, a Badoo in Pokemon Platinum, which I found in a...
Balls.
Which I found in Eterna Forest with Cheryl, and she killed it. Because the creator of Kellogg, yeah, the creator of Kellogg reportedly made cornflakes because he thought it would stop people masturbating for some reason. Which I don't really get the thought process. Did he think they were genuinely that good that people wouldn't want... They took back their anti-masturbation stance when they made Tony the Tiger. Like, the opposite. He thought they were so bad that it would make you stop masturbating. Felix, hello, how goes it? I hope that your week has gotten off to a good start. I think you've missed most of the 9.5s this stream so far, unfortunately. Which is quite a shame. I think that maybe would be a funnier situation than it not being a shiny on a 9.5. Is it's a shiny on a 9.5 and you aren't there for it. He thought that boring cereal would stop it. So are you saying that Cookie Crisp is the anti-Kellogg's, really? Because that's exciting cereal. So are you saying... Interesting. Interesting. If by funny you meant heart-wrenchingly sad. Anyway, Felix, how goes it? You been gooning lately? You been aura farming at all recently? Have you been... Let me find it. Have you been Slay Mama Queen? Felix, have you been Slay Mama Queen? Of course, of course. Aura farming, yes, not the other thing. Literally watched Eurovision the other day. I didn't watch Eurovision, but I did come downstairs after the Cahir's Genshin stream into the living room just in time to see Israel reach the top of the leaderboard, and I was like, blimey. Blimey. Honestly, I think Cookie Crisp was the first cereal to really pop off in the UK aside from Kellogg's cereal. Well, porridge, I guess, was always a thing, but not popular with children, yeah. Weetabix. I feel like Weetabix was everywhere. I didn't care for it, but I'm glad the other one didn't win. Yeah. I forgot to congratulate my Austrian friend. And now I feel like it's a bit too late to congratulate them. You know? Just I don't know what the other one is. Yeah, it's Israel. Apparently, I don't know how true it is, but the general consensus is they probably like botted their votes and like paid off other people for their votes, which I guess makes more sense when you see like how smug the Israeli singer looks. You got ads from that guy? I saw a video, like a meme video. I can't remember the song he was singing, but like he was singing like some kind of meme song. Like he was singing some kind of meme song, and I was like, this guy is the guy who like just won Eurovision. And I was like, oh, this is a bit because he's singing really well. And no, he just actually won Eurovision, and that fucked me up. Good for him. I'm a big fan of Gen Z entering adulthood. What an odd way of saying it. Because it means that, like, we're seeing these, like, big personalities who fundamentally did try for and sometimes succeed at getting TikTok fame. Like, sometimes it'll be like, oh yeah, this guy here was the popular star from this famous meme. I hope that in 5 years' time, the winner of Eurovision is that... I'm now realizing that maybe... First time I was hoping my arch nemesis Sweden would win and they lose. All the Slay Divas got no votes. It's true indicated the world is ending soon. It is, it is. Oh yeah, I guess Weetabix, but was a solid block of wheat really popular with the kids? Maybe not popular with the kids, but I felt like everyone I knew had a Weetabix for breakfast. Like, everyone I knew was like Weetabix eaters. Anyway, back onto the previous point that I was trying to make. He might be French-Canadian, in which case I'm wrong. But if he's French, then I hope that the guy who fucked up his neighborhood with the Orbeez, I hope he wins Eurovision soon. Once they let him out of jail, I guess. I like me not finding a shiny since the Boongus is punishment from the shiny gods for finding 4 shinies in one day. Exactly, it's perfectly balanced and whatnot, you know? You win some, you lose some. Sometimes I think about that video series of that guy clogging up his entire neighborhood sewer system with Orbeez. Because, like, it is one of those videos that crosses the language barrier. Because you can see how petrified he is as the truth sinks in. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Like, I can respect having an Orbeez bath. But my question is why did he try to get rid of them down the drain? Was it a bath or did he fill the toilet with them? I forget, actually. I'm gonna have to rewatch those videos tonight. Just, it was a bath, yeah. Clearly not that smart. Like, yeah, no, I can vibe with it, you know, Orbeez bath. Honestly, but after he unplugged the bath, yeah. Which meant they all went down the bath drain. Yeah, they started to flow out of the toilet and sink and everything else, and then he went down into, like, the sewer system. No, he didn't go down the sewer system, he went outside, and saw in, like, the kind of drainage vents, they were, like, kind of covered in dirt and gunk. And just by the vents, by the drains. And then he got a letter from, like, some official source in the neighborhood. From what I understand, it wasn't actually, like, they didn't know it was him when they sent the letter. It was probably about the fucking situation. And, like, after the absolute ecstasy of the Orbeez bath, he's tweaking out in every other clip. And it's really fucking funny. Like, you feel a bit bad for him, you know? But all the same, why did he do that? All the same, why did he do that exactly? Uh-oh. Sorry, I just heard a distant squeak of a beast. Well? Oh no, you're in my room now. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Internet fame is one hell of a drug. But the thing is he didn't get internet fame until, like, shit hit the fan, didn't he? Or was he already an internet star prior to that point? What are you doing, you beast, huh? What are you doing, you vile beast? I feel like flying types should be weak to water, or at least vulnerable to ground moves after being hit by water moves, because as a bird gets drenched by water, they'll probably fall. I mean, like, loads of seagulls and other water birds dive into the water to get their prey. And then dive back out again and continue flying like nothing happened. Like, birds tend to have, like, waterproofing in their feathers so they can fly during the rain, right? So, I don't quite think that is accurate. Seems like he was trying to get fame, and he'd seen other creators do the thing with lots of Orbeez, so copied them. I never looked up how to clean them up, which, if I remember correctly, is salt. That does make sense. That does make sense. Masquerain lore is it can't fly when its wings are wet. But it evolved from Surskit. To be fair, I feel like most bugs can't fly. Like, I feel like bugs are a bit of a different beast when it comes to getting wet and being able to fly. Because, like, if a moth is wet, it probably can't fly. They should give it an ability that's weak to water but kills everything else. You should email Game Freak about that one, I think. Masquerain evolved from Surskit? You didn't know? Since they gave it the biggest buff in Gen 7, I'm sure they'd agree with me. That is true, they did give it a very big buff in Gen 7, didn't they? I find it funny they gave it the buff in Gen 7 rather than Gen 6. Because that's when the Auraz remakes were. You'd expect it to have gotten the buff in the generation where it... Because, like, Surskit's available really early in those games. Yeah, it was to match with Araquanid, I think. Oh, that makes sense, I guess. I can understand where they're coming from with that one. I respect that. I thought the Surskit didn't evolve. Well, it'd be pretty shite if it didn't evolve. It's weak as hell. It is in fact not that good. So I'm googling Masquerain now because I'm interested to see its stats. I think Bulbapedia is going to be the better one. Surskit is cute, but I'm glad it decided to lock in and serve. No, that's fair. Oh, so it only got a buff of 40. It got a buff to its speed and its special attack, and that's it. And yeah, no, then it matches with Araquanid at that point, which also has 454. But I feel like Araquanid's probably going to be a bit better because it's got 132 special defense. Whereas Masquerain has 82 and 62 regular defense. Additionally, doesn't Araquanid have an ability that boosts its defense? No, it has... It stops you from being burned, actually. My apologies. Yeah, I think that's the biggest buff anything got, though. As in, like, that generation or in general? I still respect, like, Yippee! I still respect, like, buffing of old Pokemon. I think they should do it more often. It's funny, because Gen 7 really, like... I feel like Gen 7 made the most changes of any generation to past Pokemon, right? I guess you could argue Gen 8 and Legends Arceus, but... I don't think you should argue that. Like, what was the most recent Pokemon to get a buff? In that way. Like, generally, it's What happened to that Krogunk in that gif? He's clapping, isn't he? Just in terms of base stat total, I don't know about anything else, but it got 40 when everything else was 10 to 30.
Ka-clap?
Ka-clap. He's clapping, see? Applauding. I'd love to see it, really. Also, did the TTS just say ka-clap right? I think it did, yeah. No, I think it did actually just say ka-clap right. You should give me another penny. Just to double check. I feel like Cerebi probably has like a cohesive list of every Pokemon that's ever been buffed, right? Maybe? Yahoo!
Ka-clap.
Yeah, no, it did actually say that right. It's like, this is move and ability changes, which... Oh, but that's just in Scarlet and Violet as well. Yahoo!
CA success.
Not quite, not quite. Metagross got more coverage this gen. Know that much. Yeah, but that's like movesets. Movesets I feel like is a different beast. Because like movesets are like one way of buffing a Pokemon. But like the stats themselves I think is another interesting way, right? Stats and ability changes. Like when Coughing and Wheezing got permanent access to neutralizing gas when Galarian and Wheezing was added. But like what Pokemon got like actual changes to stats? The issue is how do you Google that? Like, which Pokemon got the biggest stat changes? I feel like that's gonna tell me like about Nasty Plot. What the biggest stat changes? Yeah, no, it's just stat jump after evolution. Still just evolution. That's just the new Pokemon stats. Yeah, there's no real, like, firm answer. Which is a shame because I would like one. Which is a shame because I would quite like a firm answer myself. Ugh. What? Why are fairy types weak to steel? Fairies are a thing of myth, of legend and the past. Whereas steel represents the present and industrialization. And as we've fundamentally gone into the future, myths and fairy tales and such have become less and less relevant. Have you ever bonked a fairy with a steel beam? That too. That too. What? No, Mango, don't cry. It's alright, buddy. What's wrong? What's wrong, mon ami? Hey? Have you still not got your lip gloss? Is your lip gloss still behind the, chapstick? Lip gloss, chapstick, there's no difference. It is not grand. What if they're doing Waluigi noises? That's actually a good point. Maybe they are. Mwah. Wah. Wah. Sorry, an ontologically evil creature has entered my room. And is yelling at me. Hey? What are you doing? Hmm? What are you doing? Vile beast. Hmm? I didn't know spiders could yell. No, I'm talking about the cat. Spiders can't yell, don't worry. Some of them can. Elaborate. Elaborate on this one. Do not end that sentence there. That might make them less scary, would it? Okay. I'm posing this question to Felix specifically, but anyone can answer it. You were given a house. It is a rather large house, right? And you're given it for free. All expenses will be paid. Wi-Fi, water bills, electricity bills. All of it. All of it paid. But you have to share the house with a tarantula the size of a small dog. It can move about the house as it pleases. It can open doors. And it'll just go where it wants to. It's not aggressive towards you and you do not have to feed it. Tarantulas are a little less scary because they're a bit more predictable. Why are they more predictable? Anyway, I would know. You could just say no. You could just say you don't want the deal. You don't have to go that far. It is just vibing in the house with you. It will not hurt you. It will not attack you. But it will live in the house with you. And you cannot control it nor its movements. So, like, there could easily come a day where you wake up and it's just on your chest. Yes, I'm 100% doing that. That's fair. I can't slate that. I don't know why they made rock types not immune to electric types in Gen 9. Rock types have never been immune to electric types. You're thinking of ground. You wouldn't. Your house is fine. Understandable. I'm with Felix here. I'd rather die than live with them, no matter how chill of a roommate. I'm going to tell that to the giant dog-sized tarantula, and he's going to be so sad. Your apartment's small, that's fair. Can he read? I want to know how this is going to change things before I answer the question. Like, why are you asking this? He'd come and kiss you for that. The spider? Would you take the offer, Rob? Then I'd still not live there, but I'd send him postcards because he sounds lonely. Oh. Which offer? I guess you already have a house. But you're given, like, a very big house. Right? Very big house. With all expenses and bills paid for. You don't have to worry about paying the bills for the house or anything. Or mortgage or anything like that. But you have to share the house with a tarantula the size of a small dog. That will just roam the house as it pleases. It cannot open doors. Also, first off, don't mind me swapping chat, but I'd want to know, for example, if he is in the way, like, in the doorway. Like, he understands how would you move in the sense of if you, like, moved him with your foot, he would move. Like a small dog would. But, like, he wouldn't attack you for it. But, like, you couldn't be like, excuse me, Mr. Tarantula, could you move out the way? No, he wouldn't understand that, because he's a fucking tarantula. But if you, like, moved him with your foot... He sounds festive. I guess for Halloween, yes. The spider is sentient and intelligent and understands what I'm saying. We could definitely come to an agreement. It does not. It's a tarantula. It is not a sentient creature. It is just a tarantula. But it's the size of a small dog. You could put a hat on him. That would be funny. You could. You could put a hat on him. I'll give you that. Had to make sure, considering normal tarantulas aren't the size of a goddamn dog. That is true. Wait. Isn't there an Adam Sandler movie with a big spider? Probably. That sounds like something that would be in an Adam Sandler movie. Also, would he attract other spiders or fight them off? I don't know. Oh god, yes. What if they bring in their buddies and try breeding? There will only ever be one giant, small dog-sized tarantula at a time. I'm guessing it would probably be quite apathetic towards other spiders. I don't know why I'm so invested. I already chose no, so it's not really my business. If it ate the other spiders, would you be more tempted? I've heard of the movie Big Ass Spider, if that fits the bill. I now have an irrational fear of going to sleep and waking up to this. Well, I don't think there are any spiders that big, luckily for you, Jelly. But we can have it arranged. We can have it arranged that you'll wake up in the morning to a tarantula the size of a small dog just standing on your chest. I'm sorry. We can change the subject now. I just think about it often. Like, if someone's like, oh yeah, I'm terrified of spiders, it's like, okay, but how terrified? Also, what if it leaves webs everywhere? Like, that sounds annoying. Last time I gave this proposition to a buddy of mine, he turned to me and said, does he cover the floor with web like a regular tarantula? And I was like, what's your end goal here? Like, would that make it better or worse for you? And he was like, I want to gather it up and sell it. So I told him no. Hold on a moment, let me cook. Just gotta get some crisper going first. Wait, I was gonna end in a moment. So is that a bit, or? Oh, find the movie, I see. Not trying to make it work, as the answer will always be no, but just gotta think of all the hindrances. Oh, I see. Oh, CRISPR gene editing thing. I get it. You're making a giant tarantula. Acting like it's gonna happen. Alright. $11,680. 11,680. That'll be where we end for the day. I dare say. That'll be where we end for the day. Good luck, Jellytella. I said hi. Just de-evolve it. They used to be big back in the Jurassic period. That's true, that's true. Alright. Sorry, lads. I gotta get a good sleep tonight, because I am going to be up early in the morning, so I can't be up too late tonight, can I? You know how it is, you know how it is. But, I do thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a great time. I certainly have. Again, there will be some exciting news for the Cahir is Here channel on Wednesday. So do be sure to... Where are you going to do next stream? So... Next stream is going to be the Garchomp raids. It's going to be the 7-star Garchomp raids. I'll be doing those. If you're interested in Genshin Impact, I stream that on Wednesdays. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope people had a great time. I certainly have. I'll be live again next Friday with Garchomp raids, but if you're interested in Genshin, I'll be live on Wednesday for a pretty exciting announcement for the Genshin guys. So, I do hope you have a good time with that, and I do hope to see some of you there. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you've all had a great time. I certainly have. And I will see you all on Friday. Goodbye and good night.